my name is Peyton. Something we all may believe is that other people's behaviors are completely out of our control. What if I told you that wasn't true? In wise words from the famous Greek philosopher Plato, a human's behavior follows three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Everyone has something that drives them to do what they do, to believe what they believe, to act how they act. And understanding those desires and motivations will make your life that much easier. For the past 4 years, I've worked in childcare to say controlling and understanding a child, not only the child, but the parents too, their behavior to make my classroom work is a major part of my job. And understanding the behavior and the attention that I give to the behavior has led me down multitudes of paths. Today I will tell you two very clear examples of how you can control the motivations of other people's behaviors in your favor. First, I'll explain Aesop's fable, The Man Bitten by the Dog, to demonstrate how rewarding negative behavior can only lead you down a path of ruin. Then, based on my own personal experience, I will explain how the behaviors you reward are the ones you will constantly see. For simplicity reasons, let's start with Aesop's fable. Let me explain the important lesson taught through the possibly not so well known Aesop's fable, The Man Bitten by the Dog. Well preserved by the website aesopfables.com, retrieved on September 3rd, a story of a man in hope of healing a wound he received from getting bitten by a dog is needing to figure out how to treat it. We all know that we would just turn to the internet and figure out what to do, like going to Cleveland Clinic's Health Essentials website and see that the first thing we would do is to clean it to avoid infection. But he didn't have the internet, so he turned to his friend, and his friend told him he needed to feed the dog to heal the wound. He knew that wasn't right, because why would you feed the dog that just hurt him unless he wants to get hurt again? To simply state, Aesop's fable gives an example of how one must be careful of what behavior they encourage. Let's follow that animalistic example up with what we really care about, how to control people's behavior. Being able to control behavior is quite possibly the most important lesson that I've learned in being able to manage and teach children. I think most people here, at some point in their life, have had to deal with children and their unreasonable behavior problems, whether through siblings or hearing the child scream through the grocery store. As I said before, understanding and knowing how to control behavior is critical for me to be able to accomplish my job and get anything done. I need to be able to get the kids to follow proper directions. I need to make sure the parents are included in the behavior problem, because raising a kid is hard. It takes a village. Starting out, I only focused on reprimanding and giving attention to the bad behavior I saw in my classes. I tried doing everything from sitting out to even removing them from class. And everything I was doing seemed to be making it worse. And so I had to ask myself, what was I paying attention to? I was only paying attention to the bad kids, the ones who weren't listening. So I needed to change that. So I started to praise the positive behavior that I wanted to see. And that changed my class. That made everything better. Of course, there were still issues. In my experience, slightly less cut and dry as the dog bite and Aesop's fable, but the moral remains the same. Through the retelling of Aesop's fable and explaining my own personal experience, behaviors you reward are the ones that will never change. No matter how hard you are working, if you focus your energy on one thing, that's the thing you will continue to see. So I want you to think, are you rewarding the negative behaviors you don't want to see, or are you paying attention to more of the positive things that you want to see? Any questions? Thank you.